Hello, welcome to 15 Minute Gamer. My name is Tony, and this is a half-time review of Tom Clancy's The Division. I'm about halfway through now, level 20, so a little bit over, level cap's 30, and I thought, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the game after I've spent about a week and a bit with it. Played quite a bit, played with friends, played it by myself, and just let you know what I think. Will warn you, it's recorded on the PS4, so the video quality is not great, because you know what the PS4's like. However, you can hopefully still get the gist of what's happening, and I hope you enjoy the video. Leave comments below if you agree or disagree, and just let me know what you're thinking and if you're enjoying the game. Thank you, and enjoy. So I'm just starting you off in the base of operations here. The base of operations has 3 wings, and the first one I'm taking to is the security wing. Now each wing has upgrades. You can put your armories in, barracks in this case, and then down each side it tells you what you're going to get from it. So you can get certain talents, certain rewards, certain skills, and then you can put them onto your character to use and open up different parts of the wing. So in this case, as you can see, I can look at reports. If I head over the corridor, I can look and get new weapons. So I've got like an armory where I can sit and get better weapons than what's there. There's a shooting range there and a special ammo box. Move across into the medical wing, and I can pick up bits of fabric and get better health benefits. Not actual benefits, not like NHS. And stuff like that. So as you can see, I've unlocked quite a bit on here at the moment. I haven't got much to do on this one. Medical supplies seem to be the easiest one to come across. So yeah, it's a whole wing and there's certain things to look at and see. And then I'll head upstairs and go to the tech wing, which, as you can imagine, is all the tech side of things. So cool gadgets, things like seeker mines and stuff like that as well. And yeah, just stuff like that. So I quite like this bit. I didn't think I was going to, but I do actually quite like this hub. After you've done a few missions and you want to come back and just chill out, sort your infantry out, I always come back here. And because you're upgrading it, and you can see the upgrades getting fitted in, because before they're fitted in, it's just like a messy area. And I just like that, the way that when you do it, you can see new bits expand out, and they're thanking you for stuff and that. Anyway, that's what I like. Crafting station, you unlock blueprints as you go around and collect them. And what you can do is craft these weapons. So I can craft this weapon here, and you can see what it's ranked towards what I've currently got. So it's got damage, RPM, and magazine, which I will cover later on. So I can do masks, body armor, backpacks. So all these blueprints I've collected, and I can craft them using materials I pick up to then make that object, which will hopefully be better than what I've got. What I did like on that bit though is that you could sort of use some of your, because there's green and blue stuff, you could use some of your green stuff and make it into a blue stuff, or break a blue stuff down to make green stuff. So here I'm in the weapons vendor, so as you can see he's got loads of stuff I can buy or I can sell. So I can go on the weapons and sell. There's a gear vendor who just sells like the gear, so knee pads and backpacks, and then a mod vendor. Mods are things you can put onto guns, like sights and stuff like that. So the 3 vendors you'll find around, and in here, all 3 of them, when you go into safe houses, which I'll show you later on, you get one of the other, maybe 1 or 2. This is your infantry screen, so we'll start off intel. Intel is what you find lying around, so you'll get footage, virus reports, you'll get intel on phone calls, on drones, and you can have a look through and just at your leisure play them back. So when you pick them up, they will play or view, and then what you can do is then come back in here and play them. Group management, so when you're in a bit of a group, what you can do is jump in and out of here and see who is on. And then finally you got your map in this top section, which obviously is the map. And then on here is your abilities. You can have 2 abilities. So on mine I've got first aid and a turret. And each one of these can be modded as well. So I've got seeker mines that go and seek the enemy out and kill them, and a turret that goes down to an auto turret, and it just suppresses the enemy, so you've got a chance to do things. And you can change it, so you can do 2 or 3 different things to each one, so you don't have to have just the basic one when you do that. So I do quite like that. I like them abilities, are a lot of fun, and they get you out of some bloody situation. Talents, you can have up to 4. I've got 2 unlocked at the moment. These you don't do anything with, you don't select them, they're kind of just there. So they might give you, say, a 20% chance of hit when you're in cover. They might give you faster running abilities, stuff like that. And finally, perks. Perks are just what you unlock as you go around unlocking the things. Again, they just get added to your character and help level you up. And then finally, infantry. So you got your primary weapons. Each weapon has a damage, rounds per minute, and mag. So you can see on there, you can compare them. And there's, as I said, green and blue weapons. Blue is better. Blue are like specialized weapons. The greens are just general ones, so the blues tend to be a lot better. And then you've got your gear, so you can pick up armor, you can pick up backpacks, you can pick up knee pads, and each of them have different armor ratings and special things. You can also mod them as well, so you can also click on there and add mods to them as well. So everything is moddable, and something might have better armor, but if you add a mod to it, it might make one that's got less armor better than it, or it might take something away or add something. So you do have to be careful when you're sort of knocking around. Usually I just go for the one with the highest armor, and then I will select that. The good thing is, though, if you've got something you don't want, you can deconstruct it and get the weapon part or the fabric from it. Or you can just go to the vendor and sell it. So you can mark everything as junk, as it's called. So when you're going around, just mark it as junk. And then when you're walking around doing stuff, pick it up, mark it as junk. When you come here, you can sell it all at once. This is the appearance. This does nothing. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but you can add like caps and pants and jackets and scarves and shoes and stuff to your character. They don't give any benefit at all, apart from there was a little bit ago when me and a friend of mine were looking the exact same, which was a little bit awkward. There's nothing worse when you're going out and you look the exact same as someone else. But that's about it for inside the base of operations. That was a restock. I just got some ammo out there. It restocks everything you've got. This is the way out into the world. So you walk down here. And I do like this little feature when you walk in. It shows you what your medical wing and security wing tech is at and how many supplies you've got for each one of them. And here we go to the outside. So exit outside, and as you can see, I know the quality's not great because it's off the PlayStation 4, but it's such a gorgeous world. The lighting effects, the fire effects, the smoke effects are brilliant. This is my assault rifle, sniper rifle. I love the sniper rifle. And also my Magnum. And there's a pistol now. I've changed it to a pistol. Stuff I did like out here is if you do shoot through the glass, it does come out the other side. So as you can see here, if I shoot, it puts a hole this side and that side. It's a good little feature. I do like that. You can on certain cars shoot the windows out. You can't shoot the windscreens out, which is a bit weird. Now here, one of my favourite little features. I duck behind the car because it's a cover-based shooter. If there's a door open, you walk past it and close it. I think that's a nice little feature. You can also climb on top of the cars and stuff and shoot the lights out. And when someone's using a car for cover, it is, you can kind of get to them, so to say. So this is this is just outside the main base of operations. And as you can see, it's very snowy, very pretty. Here I open up the map. The map opens on top of you. And as you can see, typical Ubisoft game, lots of colours to deal with. And the map isn't huge. It's not small. It's not huge. I'm presuming these areas around the map will be opened up in maybe DLC and so forth on the season pass, etc. So it'll be nice to see what comes. Each area has a level. So you level up throughout the game like a typical MMO. So the first area is 3 to 5, then 10 to 13s, and then as you move up, they get more and more difficult. So I mean, to the left is... Stupidly, I'm not even going in there yet. So each area, when you go into them, will normally contain a mission, a safe house, 2 or 3 encounters on getting tech supplies, 2 or 3 encounters against security supplies, and some to get medical supplies. And just like if you've ever played anything like Far Cry or anything, you go in the area, unlock that so you can see what's in it, and then you just go around doing the encounters. That is the one bit of the game that I don't really enjoy. I find it a little bit boring, especially when you're playing with friends. This game, a lot of people say it's only fun with friends. It's not. It's fun on your own. What I'd recommend you do is do the missions with your friends. The missions are a lot of fun, quite varied, and you do loads of different things. And they're quite tough as well and can take a little bit of time. The bits in between the encounters and stuff are all very generally the same. It's like, go here, rescue a hostage, go here, turn a generator on, go here, turn a virus scanner on, which you'll see in a bit. Go here, defend an area, go here, secure it. And every single one's the same. When you're with friends, it gets a little bit tedious, I find. If I just want a quick half an hour game on when nobody else is on, I'll just walk around the map doing these bits and bobs. Like, there's tech supplies to pick up, there's weapon parts, there's tools, there's fabric. And I'll do them little things while I'm waiting for people to come on or while I'm a bit bored. So there's, the intel to pick up, there's missing agents to pick up, there's phone recordings to pick up. So that's what I'll do. However, when my friends are on, I'll generally tend to do the missions and side missions with them because they're a lot more fun. And I find just as teamwork, the mission's just a lot more fun. Anyway, we'll go back later on. Jump in here and win a safe house. So in the safe house, a safe zone, you can't be shot. You don't have your weapons, and you'll see other players interacting. In the general game world, you will not see another human player. It's just AI or anyone on your team. Unless you go in the dark zone. The dark zone is not somewhere I'll ever go, I don't think, but it just sounds ridiculous. That's a P versus P, player versus player, and you'll get shot a lot, I guess. One day I might venture in, but I'm not going to for the moment. So yeah, I'll always stick outside that. So in the safe house, as you can see, I've got a gear vendor there, so I can sell or buy gear from him. They update every 12 to 24 hours, so when you go back on the next day, they necessarily haven't got the same gear. So there's always that chance of getting that gun you really want. So as you can see on the map here, it was a bit of a problem. I was trying to get that side mission to find out where it was, but it just would not let me get on the side mission. However, I realised it was upstairs because it's 3D mapping as well, so when I drop it in a second, I'm like, it must be upstairs, so I know to run upstairs. It also shows the path where you've been, so you can also see if you've walked past something. I like that. That was a good little feature. I thought it was really good. I think that would look awesome in like VR or something. If you had the map around in like HoloLens-y, like Microsoft showed, it'd be quite cool. So yeah, safe house. You can recruit other agents to join your team. You can match with other agents, and this is where you find the maps. Now the maps you walk up to, they'll scan. And that's how you add all these things like encounters and so forth onto your map. It's better than the stupid radio towers that I normally do. They were dull. I've played so many Far Cry games, I get a bit bored of them radio towers. It's like, oh god, I'm climbing another radio tower. My good god. So they've got rid of that. And for one, I am pleased. I would have been so annoyed if this had them on. So as you can see, I've unlocked things in the area now. So I've got a couple of encounters to do, and each one will give me a certain amount of XP, a certain amount of credit, and something towards either the tech wing, medical wing, or security wing. So it's good to pick them out. If you're going for medical, you just maybe hire yourself at the medical ones. And the missions tend to be tech. The other two tend to be medical and security wing supplies. So that's how you build them up. So you can go back to your base of operations and update them. So what I selected there was a hostage rescue to go and do. So I've marked it on my map. And the waypoint system is really good. So can you see the arrow just above me? I'm sort of pointing my gun at it now. That is your waypoint marker, and I like that a lot. So it's nice and easy to follow, and you never kind of get lost. So I've just checking them guys out to make sure they were good, and they are. There is good guys walking around, and there is bad guys. And we're going to see bad guy in 1 second. So you can see footprints do go in the snow as you're walking around. And even if you jump on top of a car, like this, it will put your footprints on the car. That's a nice little feature. I like that a lot. So, this is how... There is a lot of walking in this game. I know some people have been critical, but you can't fast travel if you've been. Sometimes you might have to walk a K. He has a guy beating another guy up with a stick. Get my sniper rifle out. Headshot. Gone. See how... Because this is a level 16 zone. I'm a level 20 with an 18 sniper rifle. They don't stand a chance. As long as I get a headshot, that person is going down. Now, that took a little bit of time to get used to because of the fact I was like, I don't really like MMOs. I've never liked the fact that you've got to grind to get the next level. And, you know, like you're like, oh, God, I can't go in that area because it's level 20 and if I fight him, I'll die. And I've never been a fan of MMOs, but with this, I've never felt like that. There has been some times where I've had to back out of a fight because I'm nowhere near good enough at all. But I just love it when it's the other way around, when you're too strong for them and you just get your sniper rifle out or something and just shoot them. Anyway, yeah, it's a cover-based shooter. You have to use cover on this game a lot. So you'll always be peeking around corners. And there you go. Can you see the numbers coming out of them? So like this gun does a certain amount of damage on them. And as you can see, when this guy comes around the corner, that took him out. I then ran out of ammo, which was a terrible time to run out of ammo, and almost got killed. I used my health mod to do it, to bring my health back. And as you can see, the numbers. So if I didn't have a more powerful gun, that would take more shots. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, because as I say, I'm not a huge fan normally of MMOs, so it does sometimes take a bit of time to get used to. There's my gun going up, so there's my automatic gun. Will just suppress them so I can take them out. So yeah, it takes bit of time to get used to the fact if you shoot someone in the head, it necessarily won't kill them. You might have to do 2 shots in the head. You might have to do a whole round of 30 rounds into a body of someone because they're higher level than you or they've got some armor on. So it takes a while to get used to, and a lot of people have been criticising it because of that. So this guy here is just a sniper that I'm ready to take out. I'm just ready to shoot him. As you can see, one shot wasn't enough. He needs 2 shots on him. And he gets shot away from me. I get another shot and he is down. So they then drop loot as well, so you can pick up guns from them, armor, ammo, and I like that feature. You get quite a lot of good stuff off them generally, but I have noticed as you level up, you don't get as much good stuff off them. Like, it's almost like, oh, give me something to work with here. This guy here has extra armor, a bit of a bullet sponge. You have to go through his armor and his health, and yeah, some of these can just be, you know, you might be firing at them for bloody ages and ages and ages, but I usually hire a gun down like that, keep them suppressed, they'll be concentrating on the gun instead of me, and I'll just shoot the hell out of them. And that's how you normally deal with them. Put your gun down, suppresses them, take them out with grenades, guns, headshots, and that sort of thing. And that's why I like it when it's 2-player, when you're doing the missions, because you'll always come across 1 or 2 of these. One of yours will distract them, the other one just comes up behind them, throws a couple of grenades, that sort of thing. So as you can see here, I've killed everyone in the area, I've secured them, and I can now get the key and rescue the hostages. Now, mission variety is a problem in this game. Every single mission, generally, is go here, secure the area, rescue someone, or defend the area for a amount of time. That's why the encounters are a little bit boring with your friends, because it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And if you add more than 1 player into your game, or 2 or 3, it'll increase the number of bad guys, so they just take ages. So as you can see here, I've just rescued the hostages. I now have to go and speak to the JTF officer. So I'm just trying to find him on my map now. I don't know if I'm moving to the next encounter. So see, that was the end of that one. That was the mission, just clear a couple of guys out of a room. And that was it. So yeah, basically I've marked the next point in my way. It's another, you'll find that everything tends to be 0.2, 0.3 kilometers away from you. And yeah, so I just run down here and carry on for the next encounter. So, it sounds quite positive so far, and it is. In short bursts, this game is really good. So if you've got maybe an hour, 2 hours to jump on, you'll have a lot of fun and just run around killing people, XPing up. I'm loving the... Well, I was excited when I got level 20, and I said, without being an MMO player, that's not something I would normally do. This kill coming up, these are called cleaners, and they have gas canisters on the back. And they do an awesome thing when you shoot them. So if you just watch, I aim at his backpack, shoot it. The backpack goes on fire, and then he does this, explodes, and the explosions look incredible, but so good. The cleaners have like flamethrowers, and they will just take you out if you let them get in the ass. You've got to be careful. A couple of shots in the back, let them blow everyone else up. So I've had a grenade thrown at me now. So another feature you can do is roll away. The rolling away I wasn't too sure I would ever use, but my god, you have to use that rolling away feature. You will get grenaded a lot. You get grenade guys, I always try and take them out first. You'll get runners who might have baseball bats, shotguns, machetes, and you'll have tech guys who can put down guns, so they'll be suppressing you. And also you'll get bomb people who can roll bombs at you and stuff like that. So there is different types of enemies, even though the enemies is only 4 or say 4 different, I think there's 4 different clans in the game. They're all pretty similar. There's not much variety in that sense, and that's maybe one of the downsides, that the variety isn't too much. It's, you don't care who you fight, and they're all pretty much the same, to be fair. And the classes that they fight with are all very predictable very often. However, overall, because we're coming up the end of the video, I would give this game a very solid 7 to 8 out of 10, to be fair. For someone who doesn't like MMOs, that's a lot. I didn't think I would like this game. I wasn't even going to buy it, and then I just gave in and bought it, and I've had a lot of fun, a lot of hours spent on it. A lot of people are dissing it, saying, yeah, it's very samey. MMOs are always the same. You always got to grind. They're always very samey. The mission types are always pretty dull. If you like your MMOs, or you just like a good shooter, get it. The gunplay is good. The guns look good. Upgrading them's good. Putting your mods on them's good. setting yourself up as good. Just everything. I just like the game. The game's a very good game. 8 out of 10. Mission variety, I just wish was a tad different. And it is good with friends, but it's also good without friends, and that's what makes a good MMO for me. If I can jump in and play without friends, I'm happy because my friends aren't always on. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts below. And if you disagree, disagree. If you agree, agree. And I will see you all later. And I might even see you in the Dark Zone one day. Who knows? And goodbye.